Hello and welcome to the 30 to Lock show presented by RotoRadar Daily Fantasy Sports. My name is Joshua Reimer. I am joined by none other than Jared Block, who's over on my right. Jared, how are you doing this fine Monday evening?
Doing great. I really like where my builds shook out. I didn't have to do much tinkering. The one thing that we are waiting on, which is why we're late, is this stupid Giants lineup, which means everything to tonight's slate. So that is what predicament we are in right now.
Yes, waiting on the Giants. I don't know. I would like to see a lineup soon, but I don't know when that'll be. So we're just waiting, man, and it sucks to wait on this lineup because, like you said, it is the most important lineup on today's slate. So it's a wait and see game from this Giants team.
Yeah, they ended up optioning Luis Gonzalez, who we talked about a lot this morning and on today's podcast. And it's frustrating because he could have been a real key piece to some things at a really cheap price tag on both sides today. Now we have to kind of pivot and do some other things. I personally, uh, surprisingly, didn't need the money for my builds today, but I know you did, so it
Yeah,
kind of sucks on that front. But
yeah. I'm kind of in a spot where I feel good about the build. I just want to see this lineup and make sure that all pieces
oh
fit
yeah,
in well. I don't know. It's going to be a spot where we kind of have to wait and see. And like you said, I things were a little bit tight, but still got the Giants that I wanted to get, so I'm pretty happy with that. Just like I said, a wait and see scenario for this team, and I can't even I can post cash, I guess, but it leaves me in a tough spot. I guess if I needed to late pivot, I could, but I just don't know why the Giants are waiting so long.
that is a question for all of us. I'm playing the three guys that I know are most likely not going to sit today, so I'm going to roll with that. And they should, if they go a little bit lower in the starting lineup, I think people will still play them anyway. So
No.
that's kind of where I'm at with all that. And I love I don't know. The stars kind of aligned for some of the things I'm trying to do today. So I feel great about where I'm at with both.
Yeah, it's kind of a wait and see situation, and I think all my guys will end up playing. I would be shocked if someone didn't end up playing today or got sat. It's more so of just correlation wise, where am I getting these guys at? Are they in good spots in the lineup? We did get the news that they ended up optioning Luis Gonzalez to AAA. Pretty disappointing considering how hot he was hitting. But I think that's partially the reason of why this news has been so delayed.
Oh well, it's definitely part of the reason. I mean, the game is still about 2 hours away, but it should have been out by now. I mean, for God's sake, the Rockies released their lineup at 2 p.m. today, so
No.
who knows? But whatever. Uh, I'm again very happy with what everything came out, and I'm pumped for tonight's slate. Get to kind of just settle in right away. Don't have to worry about NBA. There's no NHL playoffs either, so Coors is the main thing on the sports world tonight. I'm pumped for it.
Yeah, same here. I'm excited to watch this game. I'm excited to, see how our stack does because I have a feeling they're going to do really well. I'm curious to see where the industry goes as well too, because who knows with the industry they kind of go all over the place. But this will certainly be one where I'm curious to see where stacks are. Uh, Little Italy says, "Heck, the Dodgers released their lineup." Yeah, right. If the Dodgers are able to release their lineup, you would think that the Giants would be able to as well, but I guess not.
Yeah, we'll know right where the industry is going to go because if they're going to go anywhere, it's going to be uh, New York. Will go right away. Seattle, Toronto will know right away, and then we'll know in a little bit whether or not they end up going Freddie Peralta's direction. And we'll see. We're kind of getting to know everything fairly early outside of that Dodgers exposure, which is kind of by itself tonight. All by it's the only 10-10 game. There's 30 minutes separating that, and then there's an hour separating that game from Coors. So it's late night hammers sweating should be interesting. And I don't have any late exposure after Coors.
Yeah, the Dodgers are certainly a late night hammer. We have some of that exposure, so very excited about that. Very excited about where the build is at too. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. If not, Jared, I always ask you this. I'll ask you it again. What's one guy you wish you could have got into your lineup that you weren't able to?
It's an interesting question. I think my answer today is CJ Crone. I did not get CJ Crone in today. I
Yeah.
chose other directions. I have let me actually count for you because it's interesting conversation. One, two, three, four. I have 5 batters over 3,500 tonight, and 4 of them are over 3,800.
Wow.
So he was not one of them.
Yeah.
If it was a cash game, obviously I would try to get CJ Crone in, but it was not, and I'm taking that approach today. I have some interesting Rockies correlation given where I was left salary wise, so that's the decision that had to be made there.
Yeah, for sure. Man, Dan the Blue says, fellas, let's build upon yesterday's win tonight. Couldn't agree more, Dan. Let's do exactly that. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I had the chance to get Crone. I asked you a 2v2 before we went live. Ended up going with the other side of that 2v2 after some more consideration. But like I think it's really close, and Crone's one of those guys that I definitely could have got into my lineup and felt really good about.
Yep, he's in a good spot. Obviously, lefty against the lefty in cores doesn't get any better than that for him and his specific skill set. If there was any team in cores to be let down, it would be the Rockies, right?
Yeah. Oh, sorry for the yawn. Yeah, I think so. I think that this Rockies team definitely has the potential of being let down. You know, if Alex Wood does have that good start, but I don't know. I think even if that happens, then you're going to see this Giants bullpen end up kind of blowing things like they have over the past 2 weeks. This Giants bullpen has not been very good, so definitely another reason just to attack the core or the Rocky side of the situation. Little Italy asks favorite one-offs, maybe top two or three.
Mm.
Favorite one-offs. I like um I like one of the Angels guys. If you want to one off one of the Angels outfielders, whether that be Ward, Trout, or Otani, I think that ends up working out well for you. One off of Mookie Betts ends up working out pretty well, and then a one off of Vlad, I think, is where I would lean for my top three one offs.
I like George Springer. I like Buxton, and then I'll go off the board and we'll go Cedric Mullins.
Nice. I like it. Any love for Jose Iglesias as a cheaper Rockies bat?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure. Definitely. I
Yep.
can definitely get behind it. Um, all right. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to ask them. If not, we're just going to be chilling here and shooting the shit for a little bit. I didn't know if you were gonna end up taking the picture that we talked about, but I see you did take the picture that we were talking about.
hmm It fit like a glove, man.
Hey, if it
Everything
fits.
felt it felt pretty good. So I was able to get to where I wanted to. If I went up any higher, you lose, the main portions of the stacks that I'm going to use today to get different, or the
You know,
stack that I'm using to get different. So I think there will be LA exposure, just not going to be at the LA team that I'm going to be playing.
yeah, for sure. Uh, Enix says don't like the seven spot, but I have him in the lineup. Yeah, I don't like the seven spot either. I think that's the main reason why I stay away is just because of that position in the lineup. They hit him from the two hole yesterday, and they clearly weren't impressed with things because they went with Daza instead in the two hole. If they put him in the two hole, it's a completely different conversation, right? Like if they put him in the two hole, he's probably the
Sure.
chalkiest bat on tonight's slate.
Would agree. You're not going to give very many bats. I was looking for bats and cores that were like 28 to 25, and I think there's just two or something.
No.
And it's unless the Giants come out with some another guy that they're gonna have that could take a guy like Gonzalez's spot. I mean, that's pretty much where we're at right now. So
Yep, for sure. What do you guys have as your top five MLB teams right now? That's a spicy question. I like it. We'll answer here. For me, Yankees, Dodgers, Mets, Brewers, Astros. Think or no, Angels. I'll go Angels over Astros.
uh after the Brewers weekend, Sunday was good. I think that they fall a little bit. Uh
Hmm.
and they lost 2 out of 3 to the Reds in the last week, so
They have. It's been
I
a
will
rough
take
week.
them out of the top 5. I can't necessarily say I'm on the Blue Jays side of things. Hmm. Yankees, Mets, Angels are my number 3. I like the Angels a lot.
Mhm.
Um, and why am I spacing? Who is your 4 and 5? You had Brewers and who? Oh,
Astros, or I went between Astros and Angels.
mm, I can't. I don't know if I can get all the way. Are the Astros really making that much of a turnaround right now?
I mean, they're the number one team, and they're tied with the Angels as the top team in the
Uh,
AL.
you're right. They had a good last 10. You're right. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'll believe it when I see it all the way. We'll see it tonight. Tonight's a great example of why Houston could be good or bad. Jake Odorizzi and his 8K stupid price tag.
Yeah, certainly going to be a little bit of a test for that Astros team. Goosey asked if there's any home run calls from me. Will Smith. There's my home run call for the day. I like the chance of him going yard, and I feel like being contrarian, not giving you a Coors bat. If you want a Coors bat, I'll make things easy for you and say Brandon Belt and CJ Crone.
Nice. Taylor Ward leaves the yard tonight to
There you
continue
go.
his massive season. Like, at what point does this slow down? Because I'm hoping it's not tonight.
Yeah. Whew. I don't think it'll be tonight. I think it will be sometime soon, though. But I don't think it'll be tonight. He can't hit this well. If he hits this well, he's the MVP. There's no doubt about it.
Hey, who's saying no?
I
I'll
guess.
take Taylor Ward MVP.
I guess. I don't know. It'll certainly be interesting to see. Is like it'll just be interesting to see. You could very well see all three of the top MVP vote getters are from this Angels team, and it's Ward, Trout, Otani.
But yeah, I guess who's the most valuable is the question. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but I find it hard to believe that Otani could win another one and Trout not be win one before him.
Yeah.
But we'll
Certainly
see.
would
I
be
don't know.
interesting. I don't know where to lean with that either. So, man, it is 7 minutes before lock, and we have yet to get a lineup. We just got the news that who they selected from AAA though. They selected Lovera. Maybe that's how you say that. It's with two L's.
Oh sure,
That's
Yovera. Yeah.
yeah. Marte sent out Desclafani to. Oh no, wait, no, they didn't. They didn't select Lovera. They activated Listella. Tommy Listella's back in. Man, Tommy Listella. I bet he's effing cheap as hell. Could you imagine him leading off today? That would certainly change
Hmm.
things up.
I guess we don't know if that's going to be a thing or not, but that would certainly be something.
I mean, they activated him, bro. Fucking FanDuel already has him projected for the 3 spot in the order. Yeah, no, he's playing. He's gonna
2,700.
he's gonna serve as the designated hitter today for this team. Damn.
Okay, so a question then for you: Daza or Listella, because they're the same price now.
If you have room, probably Listella is what I would imagine would be the smart play. Uh,
I might just wait for this lineup to come out. I have until then to figure it out.
yeah, I'm curious because I don't know. There's definitely some things that I can do with my lineup if I switch some things up. So I would like to know of the lineup now, please. I don't understand why it takes so long to put out the lineup if you already know what's going to
They're
happen with
it's
Listella
a
now.
really really slow social media team, man.
I
Maybe they're just
guess.
hungover
I
from last
guess.
night's debauchery.
Luckily, since we do have Dodgers, we can pivot pretty easily, basically everywhere today. Um, I'm curious, what is Tommy's price? Oh, there we go. Hey, lineup. Look at that. Um, you ready for it?
Sure.
All right, Lamonte Wade leading off. Jock in the 2 hole. Mike Yastrzemski in the 3 hole. Brandon Belt in the 4 hole. Longoria in the 5 hole. Crawford in the 6. Estrada in the 7. Tommy LaStella in the 8. And Kurt Casale in the 9 hole. That
Mm.
works out fucking beautifully because I'm pretty sure that gives me the 1, 3, 4, 5. I expected to get like the 1, 2, 5, 6. So that worked out perfectly for me there. That is a beautiful little correlation there of Giants.
Yep, I have the 4, 5, 6. Feeling pretty happy that the guys that I have actually fell in line together. So I'm
No,
pumped about it.
for sure. Finally getting that lineup. Talk about taking forever, man. That is crazy. Let's see. What did I get over on DK? DK, I still got the two oh, I think I got the 2, 3, 4, 5, didn't I? Yep, I got the 2, 3, 4, 5 on DK. Look at that. Couldn't have worked out better. It's like the stars are aligning for a great night.
I will say that you have plenty of time, but if you're playing DraftKings GPPs, you need to pivot off of Joey Bart, which there's a lot of things you can do. So I'll make
Yeah.
a note of that really quickly.
Yeah. Pivoting off of Joey Bart. Um, definitely advised. I thought about playing him for a little bit, but I'm happy that I ended up going somewhere else instead.
I have so much money on DraftKings, it's stupid.
I bet. I bet it's a lot of money on DraftKings. That's what happens when you pitch that guy. You pitched him, right? On DK?
Oh, of course I did. Yeah.
Of course you did. You couldn't not do it. Like, you have to.
I'll probably end up making a pivot or change to the DK sheet, so just keep an eye on that, guys. I'll make an announcement quickly. You have plenty of time, though. Don't worry about doing it in the next 3 minutes.
Yeah, for sure. Um, all right. Jared, any final thoughts before we get out of here? We got 2 more minutes.
I actually don't have much outside of. I mean, I'm fine with the Giants lineup they rolled out. I was kind of expecting Listella to hit higher in the lineup. Maybe they weren't as comfortable doing that today.
Yeah, I mean he's just coming off of an injury, I think. So who knows? Maybe that's the reason why. Or, maybe they felt more comfortable with that. I like the top of the lineup they rolled out. I think the 1 through 5 is really, really solid.
Oh yeah, it certainly is. Any pinch hit risk for any of those guys?
Jock is the only one that comes to mind. Tommy Lasella has some pinch hit risk. Um, thinking at the bottom of the lineup, Kurt Casale could pinch it. I mean, it depends on what they're doing with Joey Bart, but if they're not giving him a full day off, you could see him get pinched hit for. Um, Lamonte, very small chance, only if the game's really close. But uh, I think for our guys, we're pretty safe in all honesty. Jock always sadly has that pinch hit risk though, so there is that.
Yeah, messing around with stuff. Listella is 2-3 on DraftKings, Huh. and
Jeez, man, that's
yeah,
insane.
and I picked like one of the highest price catchers, and I'm still $1,000 over, so
That's
or
insane.
under. Um,
Zanzibar, I'd go Bobby Witt. Bobby Witt or
y-
Urias?
yeah,
Yeah, Bobby Witt's
Bobby.
probably
I
Bobby.
like the Royals.
Yeah, man, no one's gonna play him tonight. I'm sad neither one of us are gonna play him because they're gonna go off.
I might. I haven't said no yet
Yeah,
on DraftKings. Now that this opens up some stuff, I could potentially go up to Sal Perez now.
yeah. Sal Perez. That'd be spicy.
Hmm.
I just got a DM that I'll have to tell you about after the show.
Okay.
All right, we have hit lock. Uh, curious to see what do we have? I think we have Sevi ownership. We should.
That would be the first thing that comes through.
Severino in cash games is 78% owned. So I mean, 22% of the field went somewhere else. I'd be
That
curious to
is
see.
insanely. That's a lot, dude. Okay.
Yeah, that is a lot. I agree. Depends on where they went. I there's some spots that would be okay, and there's some spots I'd be like, why'd you go there? But not seeing any other ownership. Oh, Joey Gallo, 9% owned. Okay, not seeing much though. Josh Donaldson, 10% owned. So Yankees got some exposure, just tiny bits here and there, but not much. All right, Jared. I don't think we're gonna get anything else for quite a while. So, like I said, any final thoughts? And if not, we'll get out of here.
I do want to wait like one more minute for Toronto. And that's it.
Okay, yeah, we'll wait 1 more minute for Toronto and then get out of here. Um, yeah, I'd be curious to see what that ownership looks like.
Oh, nice. You got Rizzo at 10%. Sick.
You got Rizzo at 10%? Oh no, they got Rizzo at 10%.
No,
Nice.
Blue did.
Very nice.
Solid pick.
Oh, for sure.
Wonder how people would even be able to pay for Toronto, but I guess if you want, I don't think people play Listella, even with the new news that he got brought up.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think there wasn't enough time before lock to end up locking that
Probably
in.
not.
Uh,
Yeah, it does change things considerably.
yeah, it does definitely change things. Um, all right, we should have a Toronto ownership if there is any, which I think there will be. I would be surprised if there wasn't.
I see Teoscar at like 15% in tournaments, which means the other guys are probably more expensive, more owned than him.
Vladdy, 28%. Teoscar, 43% in cash games.
Cash.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're gonna have a fun night today, ladies and gents.
Yes, we are. I'm excited, pumped up, ready to rock and roll. All right, Jared, let's get out of here. Anything else?
No, we're all good here.
All right, let's get out of here. Thank y'all for hanging out. We greatly appreciate it. We will be back live tomorrow at the same exact time to cover tomorrow's slate. But let's smash tonight. Let's get a big dub. Continue the momentum off of the bonus lineup yesterday, and let's kick ass and take names. As always, my name is Joshua Reimer. Good night and good skill.